Lord Rama ki. Now please say in a good voice. Sharira vijaja yathendriya taika devapale vishayasagare Rama jai jivayati Sobhamai sujumati Sakitita kotina sankare
Они даже могут подняться на крышу. Эпилептики бананы не должны принимать. Это рекомендация такая. Для тех, кто болен эпилепсией.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare All glories to these sound devotees. All glories to these sound devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. High hill is also a bit high compared to the surrounding area where little hillock here. This area is known as Arkatila. The Jagabandhu Prabhu, who we heard from, is 76 years old. When he was a small child coming on Parikrama, like some of you young children that are here on Parikrama, then he was taken to this place and shown that this is Arkatila. Arkatila, so we didn't know, it was written in Bhakti Vinod Thakur's books on the Dham, exactly where it was. We used to some years come to this god and walk here. We just knew this was the way to get to the Mumgachi. It's not different from Surya Kunda in Vrindavan. And this also called Bandira Bon. Bandir Bon. One of the 12 forests, this whole area. So we ask His Grace Jananivas Prabhu to give us some nectar from
this way.
It's also very interesting. This place is called Bandir Ban. Mandivan is the place in Vrindavan where the slippery slide is on the rock, and Krishna and his friends slide down on the rock. It's amazing. They built a little thing here down by the side of the Ganga, and it's exactly like a slippery slide. Right, just right here. So it's made of cement, but there's some kind of outlet or something. So you can sit. The kids sit in it. Sorry, the kids sit in it. Actually slide. So this is a place of Suchidev, Bhakta Arkadev. Arkadev is sun god, and the devas take forms of bhaktas, stay here and so here Arkadev stays and worships Gauranga. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was mentions in the Navadvipa Charanga how he came to this spot and he was worshipping Gauranga here, and Arkadev appeared to him and he said, "I'm very, very pleased to hear you worshipping Gauranga." When he hears the names of Gauranga and the glories of Gauranga, he is very much pleased. So I think he must be very pleased right now, hearing the beautiful kirtan of Radhananda Swami and all the devotees chanting the glories of Gauranga. No, it's very important that by his mercy, he says, he appeared to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and he has a complexion like the reddish hue, saffrony color, and he's a pinkish colored cloth. He has a tulsi mala, sandalwood decorated his whole face and body, and tears are always in his eyes and his lips are always uttering the names of Gauranga and Gaur Hari. So he said to Bhaktivinoda Thakur that stay here and chant the names of Gaur Hari. Or at least come here often and chant the names of Gaur Hari, because I very much relish hearing the devotees coming here and chanting Gauranga's glories. And he said, by my mercy, you will get bhakti.
Vivo!
If we can please Suryadev here, he can give bhakti. And he said also, because everybody knows that to get strong and healthy, you worship the sun god. Physically you get very healthy. And also he gives that benediction. I will make you very strong. But not that physical strength. He said, I will make you strong to live in the Dham and take the names of Hari. So these are all prayers we can offer to Arkadev, take advantage while we're in his presence on this tilla. So actually Srila Prabhupada one time said that the sun you see in the sky now, he said this is not the normal sun. When the Dham descends here, it brings its own moon, sun, stars, everything. So this is another form of Bhakta Arka. Here, when the sun rises in the morning, it's rising to the pleasure of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And Prabhupada also said that Mayapur is the only place in the world where you can watch the sunset and not be in Maya. Bhakti Arkadev Ki.
Thank you, Dhanyavad Prabhu. So we heard in Champahati from Gopi Pranadana Prabhu about Surya Kund, how there Radharani would say every day she had to go to worship Surya Dev, and then from there she'd make a detour and actually go to Radhakund. That was her recently told the elders. That's what I remembered from the... Is there anything else to say of that? Surya Dev is also there. So all the holy places are simultaneously manifested in Brajan here. No, I've been asking for many years, where is Vaikuntha Pur? Because it's also mentioned that Vaikuntha. So we asked Jagadbandhu, okay, when he showed Arkatila, well, where is Vaikuntha Pur? Because last 3 years ago we found Mahatpur. And it's in the map, actually, Mahatpur. We've been going there the past 2 years. But Vaikuntha Pur we didn't know. He says, we don't want to verify it more, but what he's saying is that across the river is Vaikuntha Pur. Which, so that means that you just look over there. It's such a beautiful place there. It's pretty isolated. It's almost like an island. It's Rakpur nowadays. But I go on there only when it's flooded. Because to get there anyway, I have to cross the river. When it's flooded, we take food over there and feed the people. They're all very friendly people there, very nice. And inside there, it's quite a big place. There's so many trees and everything. We're just seeing the fields now. In the center, there's so many trees. That area is supposed to be Vaikuntha Pur. At least that's the first time we got some definitive. Somebody's saying, yeah, well, that's it. No, we'll just see if we can confirm that with a few more people. But right now, as far as you know, that's Vaikuntha Pur. This is Arkatila. And the next place, kilometer down, is called Mahatpur. But today, right now, we're going to hear about Vaikuntha Pur because we're right here. And I heard that Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Maharaj, he wants to speak about that. Is he here? You ready for Vaikuntha? Lord of Vaikuntha, Vaikuntha Nath, with him.
Hare Krishna. It is described that Vaikuntha Pur is non-different from the forests of Vaikuntha. Nishrayas. These forests are a place of no anxiety. In a previous kalpa, Narada Muni went to Vaikuntha to search out in Lakshmi Narayan. When he arrived, they were not there, and he was told that they had come to Narvik Dham. So then he made his pathway to come to this place at Narvik Dham. And he first saw Lakshmi Narayan. But Lord Narayan suddenly transformed himself to Lord Gaurasundar. Lord Narayan. Haribo. And the Lord told him that when I come here to perform my pastimes in Navadvip, you will take birth as Srivas Thakur. So Narada Muni was in great ecstasy to see how the Lord is including him in the pastimes. Another pastime is at this very spot, Lord Chaitanya revealed his identity to Madhvacharya. When Madhvacharya was traveling in South India, he came to Puri. And a conversation followed between him and Lord Jagannath. Madhvacharya, as you know, was a great erudite scholar, very exacting in his directions about deity worship. He desired to establish the Pancharatric platform of worship in Jagannath Puri. But Lord Jagannath did not approve of this. He was simply satisfied by the devotion of his devotees, how simple it may be. He wasn't interested in all the specific rules and regulations that may come across in the Pancharatric worship. But Ramanujacharya, because he's a great scholar, he quoted in the scriptures how you are the supreme personality of Godhead. You must be worshipped with these rules and regulations. So that night, Ramanujacharya had a dream where Lord Jagannath came to him. and said, "You must understand, I'm simply attracted by the devotion of my devotees. And it is only by your understanding of Lord Gaurasundar, myself, who appears in Navadvip Dham. This place of Navadvip is free from all Maya. And anyone who observes or minimizes the Navadvip Dham, my abode, where my pastimes take place, one's devotion will slowly dwindle. So by the mercy, by my mercy coming as Lord Chaitanya, I will teach how bhakti can be ahoituki apratiyata, truly unmotivated and unbroken." So then he was told by the Lord to keep this a secret, and that he should travel throughout South India and push on the process of bhakti with his internal mood of the simplicity of devotion. So externally, Ramanujacharya, he preached Dasya Ras while internally understanding the importance of what Lord Chaitanya was telling him through the medium Lord Jagannath. So then, when Ramanujacharya, he came to this very place, and Lord Gaurasundar revealed his form to him, he swooned in complete ecstasy at seeing the form of the Lord. And in this way, he also partook in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, who was that Ramanujacharya took his Leela here. What was his personality? Ananta? And he was able to witness the, as Ananta, he was actually able to witness the marriage ceremony between Vishnu Priya and Lord Gaurasundar. So one thing about this pastime which means so much for me is that Krishna in his deity form does not need our patrams and pushpalams. That actually he wants our devotion. So if we approach Lord Chaitanya in this mood, especially in Mayapur Parikram, with this simplicity of devotion, then we can understand what is real service to the Lord. Because this, in this present age, is the way we can actually develop our Krishna consciousness and attract others in this way. Ramanujacharya ki jai, Vaikuntapura ki jai, Mayapur Parikram ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi.
So instead of walking today to Mahatpur, we're going to go by boat. And we're going to just stop the boat's public stop near Mahatpur, and just you can all pay your pranam and then go on. So I'd like to speak about Mahatpur here. Anybody, any other speakers like to speak on Mahatpur? Otherwise, His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, His Bhaktivedanta Thakur, previous acharyas, all the Sangha Vaishnavas, Gornitai, and Navadev Mandal Dham, Sri Mantadev, Gaudamdev, Madhadev, Koladev, Vedudev, Janadev, Adudamdev, Adhudev, Antadev. So here, just down the way, is Mahatpur. When the Pancha Pandavas were in Eka Chakra, at that time, Balaram came in a dream and told them that they should, that in the Kali Yuga, their friend Krishna appears as Gauranga, that they should definitely visit Navadvip because it's not very far. So they went from Nityananda's birthplace in Eka Chakra and they came over here. And they lived in a place called Mahatpur. Mahatmyapur, meaning the place of great people. And there was 5 tilas for each of the Pandavas, Yudhishthira tila, Bhima tila, Arjuna tila, and Nakula and Sahadev tilas. And Draupadi had a kunda. So there Vyasadeva also came and taught them about Gaur Tattva. And like this, they really loved it here. They loved it so much. They didn't want to go anywhere. They liked it here so much. By the side of the Ganga, the kundas. So then, one day, Yudhishthira had a dream, and Lord Chaitanya said that you're my great friend, and you're going to come in my Gaur Leela. You'll be there in Utkal. Says Bhavananda Rai and his brothers or sons, they're like the Pandavas. And I didn't mention the name though. It says you're going to come and be a part of my Leela, you'll be in Utkal. So right now, it's important, I know you don't want to leave Navadip, but you should go to Orissa. There's some demons you have to take care of over there. So he sent them to Utkal. So from here they went to Orissa, which is also known as Utkal or Nilachal, not Puri, and went there. When Bhaktivinoda Thakur was going on a parikrama, he used to go, when he couldn't go on a parikrama physically. I know that some of you are finding it now in the concluding days of parikrama, some of our ligaments and muscles and skin, feet, different parts, and maybe aching or something. So, but we're still getting, even in spite of some physical strain for some of us, we're getting some transcendental bliss through all this, and we're getting some purification. And especially we're having all this sadhu sangha. There's a special thing that we're able to do this with so many wonderful devotees. But there's also another way. You can regularly do Navadip Parikrama, Manas Parikram. You can do a mental Parikrama. In fact, one of the Raja Kumar has made a CD with a Parikrama on it in Mayapur. Russian devotee made in English with multiple languages. He gave me the copy. I didn't check it out yet, but he told me about it. But whether you have one of these books, you can read the book, or you can just mentally do a parikrama and visit Navadip Dhamma, and that won't be so hard on your feet. So you won't get as much association maybe, unless you can mentally create all the association also. But it's one way of doing a parikrama also. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in various ways he would do parikrama. So one of his parikramas, in one of his meditations, when he came to Mahatpur, he was very hungry. Because the whole morning he'd been walking, he hadn't taken his breakfast like we did it. He had all the way from Vidyanagar, came all these holy places, meditating on all the pastimes. He got to Mahatpur, he was a bit hungry. He wondered where we were going to take prasad, and guess who came up and greeted him? But Draupadi. Welcome to Mahatpur. I have my pot here. Offer to Krishna, please take some prasadam. And she served him a nice prasadam with, if I tell you all the things she served him, you're going to forget about it. It's going to be really hard, but let me just summarize it without making you all overly hungry, even though you just had breakfast. But this was such a feast. Sabjis and beautiful sabjis cooked by Draupadi. You got the blessings of Durvasa also. So this way, in a wonderful prasadam feast, and he saw there how not only Vyasadeva was teaching the Pandavas, but there were many munis and rishis there also. Great rishis, Momasuka and different rishi even from other planets, they're coming to learn about Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So all these things that are, so we don't see all the things going on here. because some of these things are going on in a higher dimension. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in his parikrama, sometimes he'd just do alone. He'd just go on parikrama. And then he would experience so many amazing things. So many amazing. We're going to go to Rudradweep after this. When he was in Rudradweep, he had this amazing. But anyway, somebody might tell about that, so I won't spoil it. But you can see the non-difference between the Sankirtan of Lord Chaitanya and the Ras Leela. I won't give any more graphic details, just leaving it scope for someone else to give all the graphics. So we can see this, we're in a wonderful transcendental place here. Actually, how many people are feeling any anxiety? Were you feeling some anxiety? What's your anxiety?
What happens when it...
Oh, she has anxiety to see more places. That's Vaikuntha, right? How many are free from material anxieties here? How many are having all kinds of spiritual anxieties to see Gauranga? Gauranga! See, when our heart is filled with the spiritual desires, as Sachinanda Maharaj explained to us today, that we have no more scope for any material anxieties. So the devotees are anxious, but they're anxious for Krishna. The Soda was anxious that the milk wouldn't boil over, that Krishna wouldn't hurt his feet, but that kind of anxiety is transcendental and it gives one spiritual bliss, this anxiety of love for Krishna. So that's the kind of thought train we want to have. So here we cover today Arkatila, Vaikuntapur, Mahatpur, Nijai Prasad. Please arrange that the boatwallas stop at Mahatpur, just like a touch, and we can just stop and pay. Each boat can stop for a minute and then go on. Just long enough for devotees to pay their obeisances. I probably forgot a few leelas in Mahatpur. It's quite a great place. But some of these places like here, there's nothing, this would be another nice place to have a temple in the future, some little place, Mahatpur, there's nothing there to designate. And if that's Vaikuntapur, well, it's wide open. So there's a lot of places like in the future we'll have something in all the places of Lord Gauranga and our previous acharyas bless us. Just like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur started, and now we have the Jagannath Mandir, which one of the places mentioned, and like this. Something else? That was, you already spoke that one. And this is his Vibhava Taranga, that's his experiences. Gaura Purana. Vyasadeva was reading Gaura Purana to the different rishis and the Pandavas. And that place, Mahatpur, is Kamyabon. Here's Bandirabon, that's Kamyabon. And there, Boma, Sukha, Devala, Chava, Rishi, and Gargamuni. They're all weeping, trying to hear the pastimes of Gauranga. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying, when will I go to that learned assembly? When will I be fortunate? When will I be able to bow down to those great rishis from a distance, and I'll be able to come and join them? When will I hear from the very mouth of Vyasadeva the amazing stories of Gaur delivering the atheists? When will I breathe a heavy sigh in ecstatic love? After some time seeing the assembly vanish, I will shout the name of God! I will cry bitterly. I will roll on the ground feeling hungry from the second quarter of the day, I'll go and pick forest fruits to eat. Then Draupadi, the wife of the Pandava, will suddenly appear and approach me carrying cooked greens and rice. Dear child, please take this offering of mine. 2 or 4 handfuls of rice prasad have been offered to Gauranga. I offer Draupadi my full obeisances. I will feel most worthless. I'll extend my hand and accept the greens and the rice. The prasadam remnants of Gauranga are most astonishing. By honoring them, my tongue will be made fortunate. Whoever gets the mercy of such Mahaprasad certainly obtains pure devotional service to Lord Krishna. May that mercy eternally be mine, which will enable me to easily give up this world of limitless material suffering. After taking the Mahaprasadam given me by Draupadi, when will I arrive in that island of Rudradweep? Splendorously present within the forest of Navadvip. The place is the same as Mount Kailash, the abode of Lord Shiva. The smallest fraction of that mountain's effulgence shines brightly throughout the entire 3 worlds. A place where the 11 Rudras of mixed blue and red complexion dance wildly and become stunned with love of So how many want to go to Rudradweep? That's our next stop after Mayapur. We'll read more about Rudradweep there. Give that to the Bhava. So the whole Bhavatranga is his desire of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's desire, keen desire of what he wants to experience when he's here in Navadvip Mayapur Dham.
Jataka Maharaj, I have a question. It is very, very nice to hear these different identities. Like here, this little hill is related to Arka, Suryadev, and so on. In this way, this whole sacred realm has been identified in a spiritual way. Here's this, here's that, here's this. Could you maybe detail how these identities became known? I mean, something seems to have happened by revelation, and are there other sources? Can you somehow describe how the transcendental topography, the land map, so to say, of Navadvip Mandala became known like the way it is today?
So there's Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote the Praman Khanda as well as Parikrama Khanda. Praman Khanda is taking from different Puranas and Samhitas, different places where it was mentioned about holy places being in Navadvip Dham. It's not in any kind of orderly way. I mean, suddenly, in this Puran something said, that Puran something, so like, she's quoted from different Puranas and different, she's found some of the quotes. So that gives some Puranic support for these Navadvip Dham. Then we have, of course, Nityananda Prabhu taking Jiva Goswami, which was put into prose by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And that's the that's one of the pramanas. 500 years ago, the servant of Vishnupriya, Ishanadas, took Srinivasacharya, maybe 450 years ago, on a parikrama. And that's also mentioned in the, what's it called? No, it's a Bhakti Ratnakar. I think it's the 12th chapter. There's one parikrama of Vrindavan where was taken by Janava Devi, and there was the parikrama of Navadip taken by Srinivasacharya. So it gives, not in so much detail, but it more or less mentions all the places. So that also shows that from the ancient. And then subsequently, because Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he researched, and then he, through whether revelation or through some shastric, he was able to find out the different places. So basically, this is the sources that I know of. There may be other, just like casual mentionings. Some of these places out here are since the Puranic times, so the fact that Yudhishthira visited this place, like he visited Ekachakra, so some of these places are in Mahabharata, some places are cross-referenced, that he came to different places. There was a period, you see, people, when Ramanujacharya tried to enforce this Pancharatric standard on Jagannath, and they like to say he was thrown out by Jagannath and he appeared in Kurmanish. Because Jagannath didn't want, he has his own kind of a Vaishnava Tantra system, very unique system of worship, which he liked for his own personal seva. But there was a period where he was gone. It wasn't like the next day he was, and so where he was in that missing period, so Bhaktivinoda Thakur was revealing he actually came here. Whether there's any other pramana that I don't know, but that he came here and he got blessings from Gauranga, and then he went to Kurmadesh. So our pandits can do a more of a critical analysis if there's more praman, but for those faithful believers who are not so critical, that's how we're getting our information. And this has been accepted by all the Vaishnavas. The only, probably the only kind of, shall we say, what's that word? Not confrontation, but controversy was that, the businessmen here in Navadip and some of the caste Goswamis, they wanted to say that Navadip was the birthplace. In that time there wasn't really any evidence to show exactly where the birthplace was. When Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Jagannath Das Babaji discovered the birthplace in Mayapur, so then it was a big fight. In the time of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, then they made a court case because he wanted to name his post office as the Sri Mayapur Post Office. Sri meaning it's the holy place of Mayapur, and they opposed that. So then in order to adjudicate the matter, the English Lord and Viceroy came out personally to hear the evidence. And that's when that famous time when, some disciples came and said, he wants tea. It's intoxication. Because we serve him tea in the holy, and the Lord said, give him tea, give whatever he wants, bring it from outside, let him do. He needs what he needs, for him, but let him do Lord Chaitanya's service, He has to add, if he needs tea, it's the least of our problems. So he was very practical about. For us, we don't take tea. That doesn't mean that some judge comes to do some important thing that, you can't bring out tea from the stall, whatever. So then he saw the evidence, and then we heard, well, there may be many things. We heard he was most convinced just by the logic that Sachan used to hear the kirtan of Shiva's Angan, because he went there and broke the midrangas there, and obviously you could hear it from Shiva's Angan over to the Chankazi's Samadhi. Is a fixed place. That's nobody's doubting it. That's the Chankazi's house, and that's his Samadhi. We're going to see this Samadhi day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow? Or tomorrow? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. And the day after, you're both right. See, both days. But we're going to stop there tomorrow. And so then, like over here, they're going to hear the kirtan all the way from Srivasa's house without amplification. That was like not very possible. And they're going to hear it all the way over here. So then he accepted, okay, that must be the birthplace. Because from Baman Pukur to here, now that they've found some kirtan, they never disturbed our sleep. Well, they have microphones you hear, now hardly. But so like that, there were so many pramanas, and it was established. So this Lord Chaitanya was here 500 years ago, and his Leela and his pastimes are very well recorded by Chaitanya Bhagavad, Chaitanya Mangal, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhakti Ratnakar, and many other historically sound books. It's not only 500. So in those Leelas, they do mention that this place is, so Lord Chaitanya also, that Pramana is there, that sometime he would be doing some pastime and he might just mention casually that this place is such and such a place. So these are the basic origins of our... Okay, now, thank you all for listening and for speaking here, different speakers, and now we're going to very orderly get into the boats, kind of spread out, don't overload any one boat. Go! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Secondo me.
Satu gempa pot. This kind from the Gangabat.
Mayapur in the morning, leaving, Devotee is leaving to Jagannath Mandir. El templo de él. Él está estudiando
Chakshushamritam jena Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Dinamine Namaste Sadaswati Deve Gauravani Prasayane Nirvishesha Sanyavadi Ashakya Deshakarine Namo Mahabhadamaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurashe Namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. And we're going from here, there's a lake which is Bilba Pukur. Which all around it there was a forest. So there a group of Brahmanas came and worshipped Lord Shiva because Baal is his favorite fruit and a very favorite tree of his. Like we offer Shaligam Shila worship with Tulasi leaves. They offer Baal leaves to Shiva Linga. So this, there, one of the devotees who got the mercy was Nimbaditya, one Brahmana. And Lord Shiva gave him an order that he should go to this place where there was a banyan tree and he would find the four Kumaras who would give him their mercy. They came here chanting and the four Kumaras revealed themselves to him and said that they wanted to give him the mercy that he would become the Acharya of their Sampradaya. There are four Vaishnava Sampradayas, right? Mentioned Padma Purana. One is the Sri Sampradaya, another one is Kumar Sampradaya, another one is Rudra Sampradaya, another one is Brahma Sampradaya. We're coming within the Brahma, okay. So here's where the Kumar Sampradaya. starts. So one of these transcendental deities empowers the Acharya to spread the message. Brahma Sampradaya, most famous Acharya is Madhva Acharya. In the Sri Sampradaya, Ramanuja Acharya. In the Rudra Sampradaya, Vishnu Swami. And in the Kumar Sampradaya, so his bhakta name was Nimbaditya, and his initiated name was Nimbarka Acharya. I don't know how, in Vrindavan they tell a story that, I don't know how it fits in with this Leela, or what the source of it is exactly, but they say four sannyasis one time also came to Nimbaditya to get prasada. It was late in the afternoon, they said we're hungry, so he was quickly preparing prasad, but then the sun was about to go down. They said, well, we're sannyasis, we don't eat after dark, so sorry, we cannot, you have to be hungry. So then Nimbaditya climbed up a neem tree, and there was a little bit of the sun left, prayed to the sun, who's also known as Arka, to please wait, I have to serve my guests prasad, so please, my dear Surya Dev, my dear Arka Dev, please you wait just for a minute so I can start them on prasada. And so the sun, he was so powerful, Brahmana, that the sun stopped, and then he served the sannyasis who turned into the Kumars and said, we are testing you. So that's how we got the name Nimba Arka. From Nimba tree, climbed up a neem tree, and he stopped the sun Arka. That's what they said. I don't know how you mix the two leelas, but anyway. So here, according to our Navadipta Mahatmya, Lord Nityananda explained that he got his initiation here under this tree, and this is also known as the Pancha Bhakta Brick, the five devotee tree, maybe the four Kumaras, the Nimbaditya and Nimbarka. This tree, then, very sacred from that time, and there used to be a temple here. If you look inside the tree, you'll see that there's the ruins of a temple. The tree has eaten the temple. This may not be the same tree, or maybe we cannot. The Brahmins lived for a long time. They call this a Moshaya Banyon. Very big banyan. So, this pastime happened at this place. So all the Acharyas got the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Later, Lord Chaitanya revealed himself to this Nimbarka Acharya and blessed him that he could spread the message. Actually, the Kumaras glorified Radha and Krishna. So amongst the Sampradayas, the other Sampradaya that established Radha Krishna temples was the Nimbarka Sampradaya. And they don't have so many branches, but they're very strict. There's one king of Burdwan, he was also, I saw his Radha Krishna temple. In Vrindavan there's some Nimbarka temple. So we'll talk more about how the different acharyas' missions have combined in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching. When we go to the Chaitanya Math, there Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur showed these four sampradayas around the temple. So there someone can prepare to say how the essence of each sampradaya was combined in order to, in our Lord Chaitanya sampradaya. he came to unite all the sampradayas in one. So I'd like to get the advice here from the Swami. We're going to have a lot of places to visit, and Hari Suri Prabhu has agreed to be our timekeeper. But he wants to know how much time we want to limit ourselves to speaking at each place and how long we want to do the kirtan. When we get to Jagannath Temple, it's breakfast. So when do you want to have breakfast today? 4, 5, 11, 10? When do you want? Yeah, no, so here so each place someone can speak. The other places everybody knows, making sure we just stop for 2 minutes and anyone can say. Then we go to the Simantini, someone can read ahead and be revered to speak about Shimanta Dweep. We're going back, you see, when we went the first day, we went by boat to the Shimanta Dweep and made our pranams. Sure, everybody remember to do that. And then we went to Godram Dweep. So we normally said Shravan and Kirtanam. But because we have two groups, we let the other group go to Shravanam first by foot. We went ahead to Godram by. So now we're doing Shravan at the end. We're going to hear from all the devotees their realization. So we do all the Shravanam. So the Shravana, Dweep, Mahatmya, and the Simantini, Leela. Then we go to the Balal Devi. I can tell there's nothing of a big pastime. I can just explain, but someone can give a message. So normally each message, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, what's your? 5 minutes. 5. So give us a 1 minute warning before we get the mic taken from us. But the Leela, the Simantini may take more time. We'll give. The Leela is up, depending how long the Leela is, up to 9.
I would suggest we just do one Leela and one message.
One Leela and one message.
Bus.
5 minute message and Leela, whatever it takes. But without any other message. Okay, and Kirtans? Chankazi Samadhi, we usually do Kirtan for we have a drama, Chankazi Samadhi. Any drama ready? If you don't, you can get one ready by the time we get there. Everybody knows the Leela. Okay. So who's gonna, we got, so see Ananda down here, who's gonna speak in his place? You want a message here too?
Brahma Kumbh, Mayapur. Coming from Mayapur in the main road. Sri Shiv.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Where is Simantini? The deity here? Only Shiva. He is a Kshetrapal, he is a protector of the Dham. And next to Shiva is Parvati. She is there in her subtle form. We do not see her. Jayapataka Maharaj could see.
Gordo. Gordo. Es como se puede tomar hasta en la mitad.
So see also why this island is called Seaman. That we will try to understand quickly in few minutes that we have at our disposal. So once upon a time in Satyayug, in Kailash, where Lord Shiva resides, Lord Shiva was in great ecstasy with all his 5 mouths. It's called Panchamukhi Mahadev, and each mouth face has 3 eyes, is also 3 netra. And he is Nataraj, he's the best of the dancers. He was dancing and also chanting the name that Parvati had never ever before she had heard such name. And Shiva was chanting, that was sounding like Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Shiva's body was trembling in ecstasy. Yes, Gauranga, you're going to do something more. Gauranga. 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 Here with her husband, she was so excited, ecstatic, and chanting the names of Gauranga. So she managed to stop him. My dear Lord, please stop. I would like to know, who is this Gauranga that you are chanting his name so affectionately and so ecstatically? Who is this Gauranga? And Shiva sat down, and at the feet of Shiva sat Parvati, and Shiva explained the Gaura Tattva, Gauranga. Who is Gauranga? And how Gauranga appears in Navadvip, everything Shiva explained. And then Parvati was very anxious to get the mercy and darshan of Gauranga. So she comes down to Navadvip, she comes to this island which later on became known as Simantadvip. She performs tapasya, austerities, chanting also names of Gauranga, 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 Gauranga is the best tapasya. So she did this, and Lord Gauranga appeared right here before Parvati. The golden form, Ajanu Lambita Bhujo Kanakavadato Sankirtanai Kapitaro Kamalaya Taksho. The Lord with the long arms reaching his knees. My Isa, I could also reach my knees. But Lord Gauranga didn't have to do that. As he stood, his hands reached his knees. And his eyes reached his ears. And like that, golden form. Dancing, now dancing in front of Parvati. So from that Lord Gauranga Gauranga's lotus feet, she took some dust and she put that dust in between, the parting of the hair. The ladies, when they do that on their hair, see, Matajis have their. So she takes the dust of the Gauranga's lotus feet and puts that on the part, in the hair. So that part, this is called Simant, Parvati's Simant. So as she puts dust here, Gauranga's feet in this island, in this place, so this island gets the name Simantadweep. And then Gauranga kindly explained, Parvati was saying, my dear Lord, I'm deprived of your association. Work with the conditioned souls to bind them with the three modes of material nature, and I'm so busy. You have kept me busy like this. I could never get closer to you. So please be kind upon me. Give me something to do that involves your pastimes. And Lord Gauranga said, yes, in my Braja Leela, the Yoga Maya, in the form of, what is her name? Purnamasi. Yes, he is active in Braj, and you will be active in Navadvip as Praudhamaya. And that way you will assist me in my pastime as I appear as Gauranga very soon. And Parvati was delighted to know this, and she stays on, and now she's still here in the form of Praudhamaya. So we are very fortunate that we could come to the place where Gauranga appeared to Parvati, and where Parvati took the dust of Lord's lotus feet. So please, following the footsteps of Parvati, please take some dust of this place. Not only ladies, but gentlemen also. Because we are all ladies. In relationship with Purusha, Purushottam, we are Prakriti, we are all ladies. So let us take some dust and beg for mercy of Gauranga, so that we could get closer and be with Gauranga forever. Gauranga! Gauranga! Simantini ki! So Simant, from Simant comes Simantini. So that's the name of Parvati here.
How do I know who is calling? What he's calling for? So first I answer the phone, I say hello, to announce that I'm here, I'm listening. And then the person who calls, he's supposed to explain who he is and what his business is. That's his responsibility. Otherwise, without that protocol being followed, there can't be any meaningful communication. In Vrajadam, where everything is spontaneous, he'll ask you, who are you? You know, and then you get angry. You know, Apto call him. Who are you? You called me. Why don't you tell me who you are? But the proper protocol is, the person answering says hello, the person who calls says who he is and what his business is. Similarly, there's a protocol. You want to hear about Krishna, you approach a person who knows Krishna, Tattvadarshi. And you, just like saying hello and saying, I'm so-and-so, I am coming for I'm calling you on certain business. Like that, there's 3 steps to the protocol. Pranipata, Pariprashna, Seva. This is how to answer the call, or to make a phone call to Krishna. When you approach a person who knows Krishna, a spiritual authority, you should first of all express your submission that I'm coming not to argue. I'm not coming to talk, I'm coming to listen. I accept you as the authority. So therefore, we offer obeisances. We bow down as a sign that I accept you, that you know more than me, I'm coming to hear. This is the hardest thing for us. Everybody wants to talk. Nobody wants to listen in the material world. To be willing to hear someone else who knows more than us is the hardest thing. So that's the first step. Then Pariprashna. Okay, I called you. I'm telling yes, I'm here to listen. But I have to tell you what my business is. Why did I call you? What do I want to talk about? So the Pariprashna means you must submit relevant questions. You're approaching the person to hear. What do you want to hear? You have to announce. You cannot expect that a spiritual master knows everything by telepathy, and you don't have to explain yourself. It's like you go to a doctor, you wait an hour in his office, you get your turn, but you don't want to admit you're sick or you're embarrassed to discuss your symptoms. And the doctor asks, oh, what's your problem today? No problem, I just wanted to come say hello. So the doctor you're wasting his time, you're wasting your own time. You have to, like that, approaching a spiritual master, you must explain what is your problem in life. Submit relevant questions. There's so many questions. Everybody thinks he has so many problems. So many different kinds of problems. Problem with wife, problem with money, problem with health. But actually, even though the problems seem to be different, usually the answer is the same. If you're Krishna's servant, you've forgotten that. Why don't you try serving Krishna again? So no matter what the question is, the answer is the same usually. So the third step is simply sevaya. You want to actually listen, then you should respond. The response is, the answer is going to be, you're supposed to serve Krishna. So you should serve Krishna. This is the process of hearing. Everything in devotional service is based on that. If we hear properly, then we can chant and we can remember. Just like Prabhupada, when he was a Grihastha, not initiated, but he was attending the Mayapur Parikram. And Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur noticed that all the other disciples, they went to go see Shesha, not all, many of them went to see Sheshashahi. A few stayed behind to listen. Here is this Abhay Charan. So I've noticed, he said to somebody, I've noticed he likes to hear. I will give him initiation. So everything begins with Shravanam. This is the first process. Hare
to bless the Emperor, as devotees will come, they can offer their obeisances, and then we'll just be there a brief time. Remember, no photographs without paying your ticket. There's a guy there, if you want to take video, you gotta pay 25 rupees. If you want to take photographs, you gotta pay something too. Here, as much as you want here, it's free. Just on top of the ruins. And it's archaeological ruins, so don't climb all over. We stay in the central part. Don't climb up on the parapet. You damn it. Nice Bengali yell.
Jiva Goswami cannot enter the Dham, nor is there any material influence. Maya has eternally covered the Dham with a film of dull matter. People who have no relationship with Krishna Chaitanya simply live on top of that covering, blind to the real truth. Though one is thinking, I am in Navadvip, Prodha Maya happily keeps that person far away from the Dham. But if by some great fortune one receives the association of a devotee, that relationship or sambandha with Sri Chaitanya will be established. Even if one calls out the name of Sri Krishna Chaitanya with seeming affection, if that relationship is not established in his heart, he simply remains in the material realm. Such a person resides on top of the Dham's illusory covering and never attains pure bhakti. That person is Dharma Dwaji, or hypocritically devout, who is especially duplicitous, who has no humility and is full of pride, yet one thinks he is fully satisfied. By the devotee's mercy, even such a person can give up his pride and perform devotional activities. One should think himself lower than the blade of grass and more tolerant than the tree. Should not desire respect for himself, but should expertly offer respect to others. When one possesses these four qualities and sings the glories of Krishna, his relationship with Chaitanya manifests within the heart. That answers that question. About the covering.
Kali Chandra Maharaj, you are a devotee, please have mercy on me and all of us. So we can get through the crust. We're walking on a stony crust with pebbles and asphalt. We want to go into the Chintamani. Give us some mercy.
That's why we're here.
You all devotees have to give us mercy. We can enter into the Chintamani Dham. Vancha kalpataru vyascha Iva sindhuve kusha Nitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Okay, from here please, don't walk in front of...
क्या गाना सुबह बोले तो
Hare
the Balal Tipi, a ruins of 800 to 1200, which is a long time ago. There's a sign that says don't walk on the brick structures here. So they don't mind you sitting here because it's all filled up with dirt. They're excavating there. What if there's a vacuum reaper with a bunch of bones and stuff? Anyway, thank you for leaving the structure. The archaeological survey gentleman reminded me that if you want to take videos, you gotta pay 25 rupees. Where's the guy with the receipt? Anyway, he came up to me and he's into it. He'll come up to me. Don't be surprised if he hits you up for 25 rupees. James doesn't care about ordinary cameras, just video. This is, you heard about Lakshmana Sen, who went to Jayadev, both at Jayadev's birthplace, from different speakers. So this is that palace of Lakshmana Sen and his son Balal Sen. Senior Acharya, or Vikai Gaur, and all assembled by Shnava. Hare Krishna. I'm just giving a little historical what this place is. It's not that we know about any holy place, although we know that Lakshman Sen was a devotee. He saw Jayadev, so maybe in that sense, this is the house of a devotee. Here's strange history about this place. When the Mongols are, they're from Turkey, or where they're the Pathans in Turkey and Iran. There's the whole Islamic kind of armies that were coming from I don't know the exact historical makeup of those armies, but they had conquered the whole of most of northern India. And then when they were about to reach here with a gigantic army, like hordes of soldiers, much more than what this Balal Sen could resist. The history goes, this is not any Shastra or anything, it's just like whether it's a folk tale or whatever. But history says that he decided to hide his talent. And he buried it. That's why it's all dirt. Buried the whole palace. It's all experience before the other dirt. When we came here 25 years ago, there was only dirt here. First time we came, we couldn't see a single brick. These bricks came out only 10 years ago. But when we knew that the under here was the palace, in those days, you might wonder, through the whole British Raj, to the whole, even to so many hundreds of years, nobody had ever excavated this until 1982 and 1990. Because we came here on our Parikrama. Let me finish and tell the story out of order. Let me tell this to us. So what happened? He buried this whole palace in dirt. And apparently he and his royal family hid inside. And the idea was just let the Mongols go through, go somewhere else, and when they're through, we'll come out. He had one faithful servant who had some mystic power, and he could open the door. Nobody else could open the door but him. he was hitting somewhere in a tree or somewhere, waiting for when it's all clear, then he'd open the door, royal family come out. In the Western world, or in modern society, all around the world, they know what to be done. Unfortunately, they don't know what to be done. Then you learn about it because whatever you think what to be done, that's what's not supposed to be done. And what that's not supposed to be done, I think that's what's supposed to be done. One time we had a year-long party in the Mardi Gras Festival in New Orleans. Festival, here is Army. They have a marathon. And all of them are intoxicated. Everything like this. But the most of 1 year,